A lot's changed from where you were 12 months ago, Jared, from new coach, new teammates. Going into ACC play here, how does the feeling and the confidence in this team compare to where you were at that time?
I mean, to be honest, we had confidence going into conference last year. Things didn't turn out the way we wanted to, obviously, but I can also say at the same time there is a lot more confidence this year, just because of everything that we have going on right now, and we've played, decent so far, and I think we actually can show that we're a lot better than we've even shown so far, So it's just a lot of excitement, especially having new guys who are excited to play at this level in this conference. And I'm excited to play with a new team and with Coach Capel and everybody. So,
what do you feel like you learned about the ACC and about playing in it last year?
Just how important efficiency is, and I'm not just talking about stats. Yeah. Just the way you move and work, period. Every single movement that you take on the court is really important. Every single thing you do, every time you glance anywhere, and every inch of space, is important when you're on the court in the ACC. So I think that's the one thing I learned the most from. So.
I know you guys like to say that this is just another game, but is this just another game for you? It's the opener and it's North Carolina. Does that make it different for you?
I mean, personally, this is a big game for any basketball player. So yes, personally for me, this is a huge game. You dream about being able to play against North Carolina. Especially prime time. You playing in a sold out gym. So everybody dreams about that. So I'd be lying if I said I wasn't really excited to play in this game. But at the same time, I'm a basketball player, and the rest of my teammates are too. I've been that for a long time in my life now. So all I do is prepare for these type of moments. So it is just another day for me.
Is it one of those things where for the new guys, as much as coach knows all about these games, as much as guys like you went through it last year, is it one of those things that you just, as a player, you kind of have to get in the grinder and see how it goes? I mean, you can't really prepare it until you're out there on the floor.
Yeah, Coach Capel touched on that today a little bit too, and just that and our scout team, they've been doing a tremendous job of imitating the way they play, their pace and their defensive pressure, and just their offensive pace as well. But I think any game in the ACC, when you're playing against these high-level athletes every night, it's one of those things where when you get out there and hit the ground running, then that's when you kind of adjust yourself. And you're like, okay, like let me relax real quick. Those first couple minutes, especially in a big game like this one, is when you kind of sit back and realize, okay, I'm here now. Let me take care of business. So.
That freshman backcourt of Xavier and Trey have been really good, really productive for you guys in non-conference play. Do you think they can translate that now that you're into ACC play?
I mean, they're ACC players, so yeah. I have a lot of confidence in them. Really talented. They play really well, and they listen really well. So I know they're going to excel at this level. That's what they came here for.
What kind of just matchup problem is Johnson as a guy who's I think 6'8" that can sit there and spot up threes all game long?
I mean, they're a really talented team in every position. Having guys like Luke May, someone who really all 5 positions on the court, you really can't take a break on either of them. You got the point guard. He's a freshman, but he's really good. And he's really in depth to score. At the same time, he's running the team, so that's kind of something you already got to do. But then you got a guy like Cam, who is 6'8", stretching the floor the way he does. You have Kenny Williams and Luke May, Brooks and guys like that. They're just a really solid team. So I mean, all around, they're pretty good everywhere.
Jared, it's interesting you just used the phrase they're ACC players. Is there a sense of, reminding guys that, hey, we are in this league, and yes, that says North Carolina, and they got all this tradition and all this history and all these 5-star guys, but we're in the same league with them, which means we are on their level in some fashion?
I mean, we already think that, to be honest. We don't have to get reminded of that. We're a really confident bunch. Down the line, each individual player is confident in their teammates and themselves, to the highest standard. So, we know that we're at this level. We know we're supposed to be on the court with them. We have the same logo on our chest. All of us do. So, it's just a game we're really excited to play in.
How much does it help, Jared, having someone like Coach Capel, who's coached in this league a long time, played in it, and really grew up around it? How much does it help having somebody like that who knows sort of the intricacies and wrinkles of this league and what it takes to do well in it?
It's really important, just to have his mind, just be able to talk to him, hear him talk about, what it's like and what it's going to be like. it's just great to have that, and especially having JC, a guy who played at Carolina, you know, having us going over the scout this weekend, you know, teaching us a couple of things that we probably wouldn't know, you know, if we didn't have that type of intel. So, you know, it's really beneficial to have those guys on our staff.
What are some of the things that they tell you guys without giving any sort of intel away or anything?
I mean, you know, just little principles basically that they like to keep to themselves as like part of their defense, offense. You know, just stuff like that. Stuff that like Coach Williams is probably telling them every day to do in practice, just like Coach Cable tells us to do certain things every day. So.
Have you found yourself kind of in the preparation for this game as one of the few guys that has played Carolina, been, you know, like, oh yeah, this guy drives to his left, or, you know, trying to help out with those kind of tendencies?
Yeah, definitely. Just with the freshmen, you know, on the court, the 3 freshmen, just trying to help them out. And, you know, we're going over scout. The guys who are playing on our scout team, they're not, you know, those actual guys. So when they might do something that's their normal self on our team, I'll remind them, like, okay, like, this is that guy, though, and know that, you know, he's going to do these things. So, yeah, there's a little bit of coaching going on the floor. You know, it got to be so that they can be on point, because you don't want them making mistakes, because, you know, we're a collective group.
Jared, as much as you guys have had a pretty solid non-conference play, is really the test on how, if this program is, you know, on its way back up, kind of these next 3 months. I mean, do you kind of have to say, guys, like, what we did the first 13 games, yeah, that's nice, but I mean, this is sort of what is going to define us. Is that a message that you've shared with the guys?
Coach Cable shared that message with the team immediately after our last game when he came in the locker room. That was the first thing he said, you know, and he just let us know in a motivational way too that, you know, this is what we actually came here for. This is what we prepared for. And this is what we're trying to change the culture for. You know, when we see that #ZooEra, we talk about all of the things that we want to do for this program in the future, it actually does start with this conference.